Hello guys, welcome back. Now in today's video we're going to talk about the SHIYU defense. What is SHIYU defense? It's basically the Abyss if you play Genshin or the MOC if you play Honkai Star Rail. It's an endgame mode that is going to start progressively. It's going to start low level and you're going to get 10 levels that you have to clear before you unlock the timed part, the timed portion, the Abyss, the hard part of the end game. Okay, so before you clear it, before you unlock that one, you need to clear the full 10 levels. Okay, now at first you're gonna have really straightforward levels. You're gonna have kill these monsters in you have this amount of time. Try to clear this as fast as possible. You get given a vote, a grade, B, A, or S, depending on how much time remaining you had when you cleared. So if you're below 360 seconds, let's say, you're gonna get S. And every time you clear one, if you cleared fully, you're going to get 100 polychromes, which are the stellar jade or the prima gems of ZZZ. 100 per grade. So if you got S, you're gonna get 300 per level. If you got A, you're gonna get 200. If you got B, you're gonna get only 100. You can try to clear them as much as you want. You don't have like a X amount of tries. You can try as many times as you want. By progressing through the various level, they're going to give you different elements that you need to play with. For example, there are certain levels that are going to ask you to bring assault characters. Some other levels are going to ask you to bring ice character, electro character, fire characters, right? Up until level 5. And on top of that, the stage itself is gonna throw at you certain type of monsters, and it's gonna give you a type of buff that coincides with whatever element it's asking you to bring and whatever element the monster that you're fighting are weak against. But some of the monsters, including the final elite mob that you're supposed to kill, which is you kill it and then you win the stage, some of them have actual resistances. So what you can do is click on the little eye in the middle of the panel of the stage, and it's going to show you the monsters that you're going to be facing. Some of them are not gonna have, they're just grunts, just minions, are not gonna have resistance, but the elite mob might have a resistance to a certain element. So even though they say like, oh, bring assault, let's say, oh, bring fire, right? You don't have fire, and you go like, okay, well, I don't have fire, but maybe I can overgear, maybe I can overlevel this with my ice team. You go fight, and you happen to not get S. What happened? Not because you didn't get S because you were bad or because you were undergeared, but because maybe the monster that you were facing was weak to fire but was resistant to ice. You didn't check on the information, and now you brought a team that wasn't that was like the worst team that you could have brought, right? So maybe if you go there with an assault team, even though you don't have fire, but at least it's not resistant to your element, so that way now you can sort of brute force if you don't have certain type of elements. And that happened to me actually on stage 4. I went with my ice team against the fire stage, and the elite mob wasn't dying because it was actually resistant to fire, to ice. So it took me a long time, and I only made it to the A grade. Okay, now we talked about the 5 stages. After 5 stages, there are 10 in total. After the 5th stage, it's going to start asking for more complex combos of teams, okay? Still one team, but it's going to ask you for multiple elements. Let's say, oh, you can bring electro or you can bring assault. You're gonna face this type of monsters plus this type of monsters, and they're gonna start being different types of monsters. Some are gonna be machine monsters, some are gonna be like ethereal, some are gonna be organic like humans. So you need to start actually paying attention on what the stage is gonna give you, because the stage, at least on stage 6, is going to stop asking you to bring a certain element, or like it's gonna start avoiding buffing your element is gonna start giving you a bonus on the gameplay. For example, better chain reaction, stronger chain reaction, stuff like that. Okay, so you need to now pay more attention on who you are bringing and make like a more full-fledged team that can tackle different type of monsters, different type of situation, different types of like mechanical, like organic, ethereal, right? So from that onwards, it's gonna get harder and harder. If that wasn't enough, the general level of difficulty goes higher and higher and higher. So by the time you get to level 6, 7, 8, you start seeing a level 50, level 55, level 60 monsters. So it's going to take a while to clear, but if you clear everything on the base SHIYU defense, you're going to get a total of 3000 polychromes if you get everything in S. After doing that, I am pretty sure that you are going to unlock the temporary one, the one that the super hard mode, that it's timed and it's going to be like a bi-weekly, and it's going to give you around 800 polychromes per full clear, and you're probably going to be able to clear it twice per patch cycle, maybe 3 times if there is like a discrepancy in the time in the time, but roughly it's gonna be like a 1 full 10 pull per patch if you manage to clear it. Now it's gonna take a long time. You might not be able to do it within 1.0, but it's something to pay attention to, work towards. At first, just work towards reaching level 10 and clearing level 10 with full S. After that, now that you cleared everything, now you can work on like getting like more characters, right? Because it's going to require a lot of build characters, special teams, and like fully completed elemental teams, which you're not gonna have in 1.0, right? Unless you're a whale. But if like a low spender or you're a free to play, there's no way you have like more than one team of like one element. Like you're going to choose one element, get that one, or maybe like think about it in the future and not have any element for now, team completed, because you're waiting for like a future character, right? But that said, this is SHIYU defense and it's part of the endgame. I'm wondering if I should talk about endgame in general, but briefly, what it is, it's like it's gonna be SHIYU defense, Hollow Zero, and then farming for materials. So that's what the end game is going to be. So it's not like that big of a deal at the moment, and that's why I'm really interested in checking on the 28th on the live stream that they're gonna be prior to the release of the game. I'm pretty sure they're gonna tease a lot of things. That way is gonna be there with the devs of ZZZ. They're gonna show us what is happening, what is coming in 1.0, and probably tease a lot of things, including the characters from 1.1 and maybe further on. You know how they do it in Genshin, where they do sometimes they do like that big reveal video, teaser video, when you can see like future patches, a concept of like characters, like we saw Lynette and Liney back in 1.0, 1.1, whatever, when they did like that weird trailer. I hope they do that in ZZZ as well, so we can like get it and look at it like an appetizer and go like, ooh, I can't wait for this character to come, and you like start planning in your head. Okay, but that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I will be watching the live stream of ZZZ live on my channel. If you want to tune in and say hi, you're free to do so at twitch.tv/Jakazin. Or if you want to know more videos or want to see more videos and check with the channel, I'm going to cover ZZZ up until release and after. So consider subscribing and leaving a like. That is it. Thank you for watching and see you next time.